Yo, let's talk about cheap custom packaging.
Fat Man Scoop, Brooklyn Clan, what's up y'all? This is Fat Man Scoop. And right now, you watching the sensei, the number one, the king, my dude, Big Brando. He taught me, personally, me, Fat Man Scoop. All you gotta do is keep your mouth closed and your ears open. Listen to the man talk. That's knowledge personified right there, and I wouldn't trust nobody else but my dude, Big Brando. And I said it. Fat Man Scoop, Big Brando, let's go!
What's happening, everybody? Boy, Big Brando, and today let's talk about custom packaging. And when I say custom packaging, I'm talking about customizing the stuff that you ship your orders out in or your retail bags. Now, to make this video really short, I use rubber stamps. And when I say I use rubber stamps, I use it to customize stuff like this. This is one of my retail bags for the store, Cameo Creations. And this is also how I customize boxes. This works on poly mailers, craft bags, tissue paper, paper tape. You can use rubber stamps basically on whatever you want. This is what my rubber stamp looks like right here. This is a 6 inches by 3 inches stamp. Has a post, laser cut on the back of what the design is. There it is. This is the ink pads that I use. It's called archival ink and it's permanent. This pad fits this stamp. Now let's talk about stamp size. I got a 3x6 stamp. Do you need to get a 3x6 stamp? No, you could go smaller, you could go bigger. Now you're probably gonna say, well, where do you get custom stamps from? I buy all my custom stamps from rubberstamps.net. I'm not affiliated with them. I don't work with them. They don't even know I exist. That's just who I found to make custom stamps in a pretty timely manner and for a pretty decent price. As far as the refillable inks or extra ink pads and stuff like that, you could get it on Amazon. You could get it from Office Depot or Staples, or you could buy it directly from rubberstamps.net also. The one thing that I will say is important to find permanent ink. Now, let's say you get a way bigger stamp, and let's say you want to cover the whole bag or you want to press on different size things. So like, man, I want to get a bigger stamp. They might not have ink pads big enough for the stamp that you want. So at that point, you would have to roll the ink on before you stamp. But you could find those ink rollers on Amazon. You could Google it. It's a little bit more time consuming than actually like pressing it down and stamping, pressing it down and stamping, but it works. And I've also seen people use Plastisol inks with the roller on the stamps, which is cool too. But this is how I choose to customize my packaging. One, it's very, very inexpensive. You buy the blank bag. You could buy bags on Uline, you could buy bags on Amazon. You don't even have to buy them in big bulks. You could buy them by the 25s, 50s, 100s, whatever fits your budget. And the cool thing is on Amazon, you can find them in all different colors: pink, blue, yellow, white, black, whatever you wanted to do. Now, why do I choose a rubber stamp over getting my bags or boxes screen printed? One, very cheap to do it with the stamp. You are limited though. I would have to use light color bags and light color boxes so I could stamp black ink on there. Like I said, I've seen people get black craft bags or paper bags and roll white ink on the stamp and then stamp it onto the bag. It looks cool too. I like to make my life a little bit easier, so I usually just stick with the regular natural color like brown or the tan craft paper bags, or I'll get these white bags. Now, I get these bags in all sizes. This one right here is 16 by 12. This one fits hoodies, multiple t-shirts and hats. I also have smaller ones that are just for like single t-shirts or single hats, but branding them with the stamp is very easy, very simple to do. Now, I know I made a video like this when I was running leftovers. I was showing you guys how I was branding the boxes with the rubber stamps. Years have gone by and I still use rubber stamps. It's a very efficient way of doing things. And like I said, it's very inexpensive. These stamps range from anywhere from like $12 to like $50, depending on the size that you actually order. Like I said, 6x3, not everything needs to be this size. Usually my stamps are half the size of this, but I did 6x3 because I'm using bigger bags. Usually if I'm just stamping poly mailers or boxes just for shipping and not doing the retail bags, I would get a smaller stamp. But size all depends on what you want. Maybe your logo's a square, maybe your logo's a thin rectangle, who knows? So sizing depends on your actual logo. Now, is rubberstamps.net the cheapest, best place to buy stamps from? I don't know. That's just the place that fit my budget. That's the place that had the best turnaround time for me. That's who I've always bought my rubber stamps from. There might be other companies out there that make better rubber stamps or maybe self-inking stamps. I don't know. Whatever you want to do, you just have to Google it and find find out what you want to use. I'm just here to share a little bit of this information on how I brand a lot of my packaging for pretty cheap. Do screen printed poly mailers and screen printed retail bags and screen printed boxes. Do they look better? Yeah, but they also cost a lot more. Like I said, if you want to brand your stuff on a budget, use rubber stamps like me. Now, most of you guys know I opened a small retail shop. My retail store uses all these bags. So if you bought something from me, chances are it came in a bag that was branded just like this. And to me, it just adds that smaller touch. Can I sell stuff in a plain white bag? Yeah, nothing wrong with that. But just to add to the customer experience, I put the logo on the bag. Is it needed? Nah. Are people buying the clothes for the bag? Nah. Is it a nice to have? Yeah. Now, if you guys have different ways of branding your packaging, please let me know in the comments section. Very interested to know what everybody else is doing. This is what I do. This is what I found to work best for me. And this is a very, very budget friendly way of doing it. But if you have another method, I'm all ears. I am interested in hearing what you guys do. You can always follow me on Instagram, Big Brando TV. Catch you on the next one, man. Yeah.